Oh my God. Oh my God, I had a dream that we didn't have the studio anymore. We still have it. I just woke up from a horrible, horrible nightmare in which we were back in your apartment. Bye.
I know. The thought of having to even set up one light is enough to die. Overall,
well, I mean, about the stew.
I'm happy at the stew.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, I'm incredibly happy at the stew. The moment I set foot out of the stew, it's fucking curtains for me.
I know.
Should I just say what happened? It'll be 2 weeks. Do we need to say it?
Go for it. You feel like it feels like you want to talk about it, which I get, and I think you're allowed to say whatever you want. And he's not listening.
It's true. You probably wouldn't even understand.
Why don't you do a Cliff's Notes so you don't get into like the nitty gritty, but like just tell.
I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it because it's a longer story. My inbox is full, but
maybe in a bonus you can go through the whole thing. But why don't now you just give them, and then we can take it out if you feel
just give them a razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
So
be a showman, doll.
So basically, long story short, I went to Italy. As everyone knows, I spent a week alone.
We know. We all know.
I spent a week alone in Rome, and it was a great week, a beautiful week, a spectacular week. I met a man in Rome who seemed like a great man, a beautiful man, a spectacular man. We had been in touch for a month, had like a true Italian love affair. We're in touch for a month through my tour.
You had full Roman holiday.
We went full Roman holiday. Went like, this is my fucking man.
Yeah.
Like, I went like, let's see where this goes, mama. Let's research. Like, love will find a way.
Love has won.
Love has
Italy.
won. Like, I did that.
Yeah.
Like, I am that bitch. Like, this is my life. Like, truly astral projecting into a beautiful, fruitful future with this person, only to find out after a month of being in touch and them asking me, when can I see, starting off a FaceTime conversation going, when can I see you again? And me saying, potentially like, you know, definitely November, but possibly even September, like I could come to Rome. Then them getting flustered about that and me thinking like, okay, like we just need to have another conversation where like I can be flexible about dates and like being like the great thing about me in my life is that like I have a lot of flexibility. Like I know we're both busy people, but that's what I love about us. And like I'm just gonna like we're gonna talk like flexibility and we're gonna like nail down a date.
Yeah.
Only to have the next FaceTime one day later be like the reason that this man says to me, the reason that I was so flustered when you mentioned coming back to Rome in September is because I feel like I can't spend the time with you and see you in the way that I want to see you and be with you. And I can't ask you and have you stay at my apartment. It seems so weird to have you get a hotel and I want you to be at my apartment, but I can't have you stay at my apartment because I live there with my wife. And I went true meme blinking, man. I was a stone face. I had no words for that statement. And then let him go on and on in a my wife monologue for like a good 5 minutes. And then I said, like a normal person, you told me that you were divorced. You told me that you were like divorced from your wife and that you and your wife were on good terms.
He did tell you that.
And I was happy about that because I thought I would love nothing more than to be with someone who is divorced and on great terms with their ex is like another part of my astral projection dream that turned out to be a true nightmare.
Well, yeah, that would show that he has good, you know, he's a good, reasonable mind that he can like have a good relationship with his old partner. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shows that he has a good character.
I've just been like I've been like bamboozled. I am now Sheena. I'm
You
now
were.
Sheena Shea in her situation with Eddie Cibrian. I know exactly how she feels. And then I got like my wife this and my wife that. And I was like,
I don't care.
I really don't care because in my memory, you didn't have a wife. You were divorced.
Yeah, you're like, oh wait, no.
You told me that you were divorced. So you're saying you lied to me when I asked you.
You're talking about a pretend person because you told me that you weren't married.
Yeah. And then the response.
You weren't married.
You weren't married. And then the response to that was, I don't think so. I don't think I told you that.
Of course.
And I was like, I'm not. I may be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fucking idiot.
No, and you told like your friends who
I've literally been out here telling everyone. Carrie's family knows about this person. My mom knows about this person. Literally every gay at Charlie XCX's birthday party I talked to knows about this person. Literally everyone knows.
We were all rooting for you.
Everyone was rooting for my love story. And it turns out it was just a full-blown.
My dad chimed in.
Your dad, Wade. Like, I am humiliated.
No.
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not humiliated. But I am, though. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, it's because you don't fuck with that kind of dynamic.
Absolutely
like, you're not someone that, like, interlopes on a marriage that's not open or like, and I don't even think you would do that if it was.
No, I'd be like, you're a fucking freak.
No,
Get
but
away
you're
from
not.
me.
This is just who you are. So he put you in a really gross position where you're like, wait, no, that's not who I don't do that. You lied to me and you implicated me in your fucking sham of a life.
I'm like, I was like manipulated into like fucking this person. Honestly. I would never have fucked this person if I had known
of course
what I
not.
was told.
But that's he needed to give you the old razzle. He gave you the showmanship.
He gave me the Italian one too.
He gave you like a Vegas show at the Venetian.
I truly and the only kind of silver lining.
You were at the Bellagio.
The only silver lining of this is like when I eventually do move to, I'm like, this was a real Roman lesson. Like, I feel like a truly authentic Italian experience was like meeting this fucking man who, by the way, was like 60 years old. Like, the way how a person is doing this at 60.
A parent.
Yeah.
Oh,
a husband.
Maybe we shouldn't bring the kids in.
Okay.
I'm like a housewife.
You're like,
don't talk about the children.
Kids out of it.
Don't talk about the kids
out of it.
No, but he has grown children. He's like a fucking he's had a lifetime of experience to not be like doing what he's doing.
Not doing what he's doing. No, it's like it's truly psychotic.
It's psychotic behavior for a man his age. It's an
absolute psychopath's journey.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while I was living like the Italian love story of the century, like literally I said on the phone yesterday, I was like, I just like can't believe that we met. Like this, my life feels like a movie. And then 24 hours later, less than 24 hours later, I would love for you to stay at my apartment, but I really can't because my wife lives there too. And in my head at first I was like, oh, like a roommate? Like that is close, and would be awkward. But then I realized like
Kelly has like
I realized, no, this person has been married this entire time. Like, I've been texting this person when they are on holiday with a group of friends, and also the wife was on that holiday.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I thought he was on like a boys' trip.
No.
Oh.
I was
and he's
sending this person messages.
Photos.
Oh, has photos of me?
No, no. He sent you photos from.
He sent me photos from the trip.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
fucked.
Really spooky.
There's so many levels that are really fucked. That fucking pig.
He's a pig. He's an Italian pig.
I go.
What is the Italian word for pig?
Miale is pork.
Miales.
But I said I was like, do Italian men just do this? Is this like how you guys are? You just go and like cheat on your wives?
You said that?
Yeah, I said you just go and cheat on your wives. And he goes, I can't understand what you're saying. I don't. And I was like, that's fucking rich.
He
That's fucking
Oh my God,
rich.
what a little puss. He's a little bitch.
He's a fucking bitch.
It's just, it sucks because you were like,
do you know,
I was like, when I saw you for the first time after the trip, I called Simon and I was like, she's glowing. And then like everyone that saw you was
everyone
like,
that
you're
saw
glowing.
me agreed. I was truly.
My mom, we like Skyped with my
I can't even think of it.
FaceTime with my family.
So embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed? Why
I'm
are
just
you
embarrassed because like
no, you have no. I understand.
You
like,
know what I mean, though.
You know what I mean, though. No.
Don't make me cry.
Don't make me cry.
Do not make me cry.
Do not make me cry. No, but I get that, but like at the end of the day, like just from you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Like,
no, I
this
know.
Guy,
I know that.
Yeah,
but the way I feel right now, today, having
gross.
learned this today, and I'm speaking of it on it today.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
It's sick.
It's sick. He played games.
It's disgusting dog behavior.
And he had like people helping him.
He hit on me. He hit on me at a restaurant that I was alone at eating dinner. And he was eating dinner with two friends who knew he was married the entire time and winged him. Do not trust a man. You cannot trust any. I said, your friends that I met that night that we met, they knew you were married. And he goes, yes.
He's like,
what?
He's like,
what?
He's like, yes, of course.
I was just truly shell-shocked. And I was like, I can't even really process this. Like, I don't have my thoughts together, and was truly not expecting the left turn of my wife that I couldn't. I was at a loss.
I'm shook. But it's also like, I said to you, just on a practical, like monetary level, like imagine spending even a dime going to see this person. Like you've saved yourself so much trouble, and I know it was long enough. Like it's even whatever you went through, that's long enough. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah. I'd rather know now than like he literally, the last time that we spent a day and a night together, God fucking knows what he told his wife was going on. Was like, when will we see each other again? And I said, maybe November. And then yesterday when we FaceTimed, he was like asking me about my schedule, writing down dates. Like he's going to fucking,
oh my God,
like we're going to meet up in November.
No, but he probably was like trying to like figure out the best time to like move things around. If that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is.
But I'm like, so if I had not said like, just been like, girl, so crazy, like I'll come to Rome in September. If I had been like, September, babe, like this ruse would have just continued into November.
I feel like you would have gotten. I feel like you're.
I feel like I
was
getting like some psychic hits.
You were getting. I think you would have picked up on it sooner than later.
I was starting to pick up on something, but I also just know that I'm like not. My MO is to like not be trusting of people and men in particular, and to really be like, so I was trying to be like open-hearted and be like trusting and not just expect the worst out of someone.
Well,
so
I feel bad
was like,
as like your friend being like, girl, go get that dick.
I know. Well, like every one of my friends was like, go off.
Yeah.
Because it was a go off situation. From my knowledge, this is a divorced man.
Off. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You have to watch out for the pigs.
I'm glad I did when you went on a boat ride with him, I was like, I'm worried he's gonna like Natalie Wood her. So my psychic.
No, I thought that too, but then I was like, what?
But then I was immediately like, go have fun.
I'm just like spooked. I'm really spooked. Yeah,
it's spooky.
I'm in a place of I'm absolutely positively spooked.
It's spooky, and it's like it's really unfortunate. Like you have to feel bad for his wife, not because of what you did, but like that she has to be married to this guy.
I just like can't even.
And who knows? You might be. This feels like this probably happens all the time to him. Like if he's doing this like frequently, who knows if he is or not? But if he is, like I'm sure
he 100% has to be.
I'm sure most women are
not the
like,
kind of thing that you like.
Yeah.
This is like a pattern.
Like a well-oiled machine.
This is like totally a pattern.
Oof.
I'm freaked out.
But you know what I was saying to you? He probably had like an attack of like guilt he's Catholic. It's like that deep embedded repression where they have to like Catholics, we compartmentalize everything. He probably is like the Madonna like whore thing where it's like, you know what I mean? He probably like, the wife is like mommy, and then he gets to like play around with like.
I read about this a lot online because when I date people, I start Googling the dumbest shit where I'm like, what is it like to date an Italian? Or like I do Google like the dumbest fucking shit. And I read a lot of things that were like, all Italian men are married. And I was like, yeah, but no.
Isn't there like a derangement thing where like you can go to like the Vatican and get like, isn't there
Say
like
more about
no, there's like some like weird phenomenon where people go to the Vatican and then they start becoming up like they feel like touched by spiritualism and like they get like
stigmata.
Fanatic. No, there is like a thing, and it's also people that go to Jerusalem too.
They're just like overcome with spirituality.
Vatican phenomenon or like people going to the Vatican and oh fuck. It is like a mental.
It's like folie à deux, but with like the spirit.
Yeah, never mind. It is a thing. I read about it. I'm not like, it's called like. Anyway, I feel like that happens in Europe where you go and you get like caught up in the romance.
I was caught up in a romance that was like literally extremely romantic. Like
yeah.
being courted and taken on dates and asked, when can I see you again? And saying this doesn't happen. Like true, like a thing that was like, oh, we're on the same page. Like, yeah. And then finding out that we aren't even in the same bookstore.
Damn. Write that down. Sis.
I'm inbox full as fuck right now.
Do you want to read a chapter and then we'll get to talking?
This whole book, by the way, is about Kat having affairs with married men.
She knew they were married.
And she knows and loves
like
it.
I'm not making this up. I read this somewhere that it's like a weird phenomenon. People that go to Jerusalem feel like any of the holy sites, you get like, you feel like you're like overcome with God.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying it's like I feel like that happens in Europe. People like fall in love and they get like.
Well, Rome is also like an incredibly
so
romantic city.
Yeah.
But then also Italians are hot as fuck. So
of
then
course.
if a fucking 60-year-old Italian man sweeps you off your feet.
Yeah, daddy.
You're like, this is my future, Papa.
Of course.
And is like taking you on dates and like it's like romantic. I was like,
no, he on paper is like he's a great find.
And now I'm just like, you're a charlatan.
Yeah, he is. He's full of shit.
Absolute fraud of a man.
He's full of it.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting.
But
I'm shell-shocked today.
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys hear this, it will have been another week
you know what?
past.
It's your pod.
But like today is the day. Today is D-Day. I literally met this person on the 4th of July and was like my future.
A month later.
Gorgeous. A month later. Shell-shocked.
I mean, you lived through some hard times with him. Like some crazy world events happened while you were with him. Trump got shot.
Biden
stepped down.
Things were America was going crazy.
But he will not ruin Italy for you.
No.
And you will return.
I will return.
Or reclaim it.
I'll return.
Yeah. You're going to return with big fake tits. A facelift.
Huge natural fakes.
Knockers.
Just fucking. And I'm going to stroll. I'm like, I know where this person works, by the way. I mean, I would never, obviously.
He's lucky that you're not like.
He's lucky that I'm not.
I mean, you're talking about it, but you're
female ass. Like what? Like what? Just stroll the streets with my huge tits.
You got like
the tiny. I take some ribs out.
Yeah, you got like you have
Kendall
a permanent.
Jenner.
You have a corset that they put inside.
Waist.
Don't they have that where you can like put a corset?
You can take your ribs out and get a smaller waist. Things to think about. No, I'm like fucking haunted.
Let me read your inbox full.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you to the reader who gave us this.
Yeah,
by the way.
Miss Jones.
Miss Jones.
Oh my God, I told Miss Jones about this person.
You need to talk.
I told Miss Jones. I told 2 listeners that were VIPs at Philly
I know,
about
were like,
this.
They
were
came
so
back
excited.
and they were like, Lara, we're so excited about it.
The way I broadcasted this town crier, the amount of people that know, I'm like truly anyone.
There was like skywriting.
No.
We like looked up one day and saw.
I literally like wrote in like to the New York Times, like, publish this, please. Let the world
an
know.
Announcement.
Let the world know an announcement.
But that's it.
Everyone goes, you're glowing, you're beautiful, you're a changed woman.
You were.
You said your energy is so different.
But that can still be true.
No, it's true. I mean, that's the life that I lived, which was just unfortunately only 50% of us were living that life. He was living a complete. That's the crazy thing is like. He was living a completely different life than I was living.
Men are able to.
That's crazy.
That's like it's like
I thought we were living the exact same timeline. He was in another dimension. This entire month has been in a completely different dimension. A dimension of my wife.
Men go into like how many dimensions are there? 4?
No, there's many.
Men go into like
there's like infinite.
The 12th dimension to compartmentalize. That's like family annihilator shit.
No, it is the Italian. Their family annihilator is not the American way where you like brutally kill your wife and children and dump the bodies.
You just have affairs with American tourists.
With American tourists who are like have trust issues, and you know that, and you say that. Literally, we had a conversation about this where he was like, you seem like you are like closed off, but then you're just trying to like,
oof.
He was like, you are closed off, but like you take a lot of time to like trust someone. And I was like, yeah. And I love saying that to someone and then being like, exactly. And then you being like, all right, then noted. Like,
let's go.
You're gonna just.
He continued to woo.
He continued to woo after we identified that
place of woo, but in the worst kind of woo.
In the worst way, where you're like, you seem like closed off. You don't have like a lot of relationships. Like you've really had to focus on yourself, and it's hard to let people in. And I was like, yeah, it is hard for me to trust people sometimes. And he went, amazing, Bella. And then continued to woo me and continued for the rest.
And then he stuffed your mouth with pasta.
With his dick. For the rest of the month. For the rest of the fucking month. Having that conversation and then doing that, that's psychotic.
I'm shook.
That's family annihilator.
Let's get into it really quick.
Let's get into it. My
Trouble.
Fucking God.
This is a text from Trouble. Because the inbox full is because she sprinkles text messages that she got from her many married men. I sit here now, 6 months later, looking back, totally amazed at myself. I got my car back eventually.
This is me.
Paid for.
This is so me in 6
I concentrated on finishing the house and marketing it. I tried to come to terms with the fact that Olivier probably wouldn't ever leave his wife, and I just existed. We had a birthday party at the house and enjoyed everyone's company other than each other's, as Tom made jokes with all our guests at my expense, trying to appear the good man for giving me another chance after everything I'd done to him.
So she's married too.
Yeah, but he knows
she's in a loveless marriage. Yeah. And she's fucking married men.
How kind. Pretending was a complete deception. Too late, too far from where we once started. We had gone so far I couldn't even see where we'd come from. Where we had once started out, I couldn't go near him. I loathed him with recent memories of all he'd put me through to punish me. Game over, period.
This is game over for me.
And with that?
I'm literally, I'm the White House and he is the Salahis walking into my White House.
He crashed your gate.
He fucking gate crashed.
He crashed your pot. He crashed your state dinner and your pussy. Look, it happens.
It happened to Barack and Joe.
Happened to me.
It can happen to me.
You're going to be fine.
Oh, I am going to be fine. I know that.
And you have no, I know today's D-Day, but like any embarrassment or weird shame you have will go away.
Yeah.
And he has to live with himself.
I mean, I was also kind of laughing. So I was like, this is
absurd.
Actually like,
I don't understand what you're saying.
I love. So you like does Italian men just do this? This is like what they do.
What?
I'm sorry, I don't.
I need a translator. I'm at the UN. I'll get a translator.
I can't understand.
He had look at the earpiece.
I'm like, wow, because you were
Fuck you.
Don't do that ESL bullshit with me.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh no, so.
He went, what do you say?
He went inbox full on my fucking ass.
Well, our inbox is full on that bleep.
I'm Lara.
I'm Carey.
And you're listening to
Sexy, Unique Podcast. Beltway Pasta. Lars. We'll get through this together. I don't know why I was just going. Wait, take that out, please.
No, what?
Take that out. So we're after that.
The fucking Salahis are in the back of the car calling Stacie to tell her about their big plans to go to the state dinner.
This has like SVU style, like she goes, Michaele goes, Tim Kaine didn't even get a ticket to the state dinner. Or no, Stacie says that to Michaele.
So Michaele calls Stacie and goes, we're going to the state dinner. And Stacie goes, really? She goes, yes.
Stacie's literally coming.
Stacie is also, she's like, these people are fucking crazy. Like, they've already snuck into like one dinner. Like, she knows that they gate crashed the Black Caucus dinner. And now she's like, they're doing it again. Like, they've lost the plot. And she goes, how did you get tickets? Like, no one got tickets to this dinner. And everyone's talking about it. Like, how did you get tickets? And then Michaele goes, you know, sometimes it's a personal relationship. And this time it's personal and professional. Professional? You don't do anything.
And then they hang up and then she goes to Tareq, well, I really wish we could have gotten Stacie and Jason in, but I guess another time.
They're full-blown... He's terrified.
At his face.
He's terrified.
His beady little eyes. Look at her too. She's
cool as a cuke.
She's resolute. She's like, I'm a fucking psycho.
That's the reason they got in.
Look at his face.
He's starting to narrate everything that happens, which is something you do when you're terrified.
And lying.
He's like, look, the wheel's on the car. And what? Oh, an ice cube.
Oh, look at that.
Look, there's a person over there.
Look, it's raining over there. And she goes, yes, knowing Michelle and Brock, it'll be decorated so tastefully and the crowd will be very diverse. What the fuck are you talking about?
Their whole conversation is very improv 101, yes, and vibes. She goes, you know, it's a big deal, a state dinner. A state dinner is such a huge deal. Yeah. They probably prepared very, very intensely for this, don't you think?
Yeah, and he goes, this is going to be good. And Michaele goes, yes, it's going to be great. It's going to be so good. And he goes, my phone's dying. And she goes, that's no problem. Don't worry about that.
This is literally me telling everyone I know about my big Italian love affair.
Look at his face in that photo.
It's going to be so good.
Look at his eyes.
He's a man filled with fear.
Because he knows, because he grew up like in DC society, I think. So he's like a fallen socialite.
He knows he's committing like egregious like security breach.
She's a dangerous combo of being a complete psychopath, but also being an idiot.
Yeah, but so also that works in her favor because she swans her way right into that state dinner like she belonged. No one even questioned her.
No, she's all charm, no brains.
They get to like the security checkpoint. And they're like, we don't have you on the list, but if you just go wait over there, I'm sure we can like figure it out. And then they just walk in.
She goes, yay, we're early. And they show up to the gate and they're walking in total silence through the wet, cold streets of DC up to the White House. And they get there and they go, what are your names? And I'm like, this checkpoint's kind of lax. Like, that's an understatement, but I'm like, this is like getting into like a weird.
I'm like, we're in a post 9/11 world and all you have to do is be like, show up in a sari and be like, we're on the list, I swear. And then someone will be like, just go, it's fine.
She goes, the Salahis, and they look and they're like, I'm not seeing it. Then Michaele goes, a lot of times they spell my name like Michael.
And that like works like a charm.
Oh, she's like, then go right through.
Michael.
Oh, Michael. Okay,
classic.
of course.
I can see that exactly.
And then they walk in and then they disappear into the night. And then you're like, because obviously the cameras can't go in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, will they or won't they? And then the next day they see them like.
It goes, November 25th.
They're in bed or they're like.
They're reminiscing on their big night, looking at photos on their Gen Z digital camera.
They look manic.
They are. It's like they've gotten away with murder.
No, it's like the night before they killed someone.
Yeah.
And they're in a mix of like, wow, we did that, and relieved and also terrified because they know
they didn't get shot on site. This is me on the phone with you telling you how I met this man. I was a buzz in the room.
I was a buzz on the streets of Rome.
And I really just love to meet people. And that night I got a chance.
And I'm Stacie going, really?
And you're going, really? Go, girl.
Go, girl. She meets Biden. Biden looks hot.
He's hot. Was hot until he was not.
He looks like this is very Jack Torrance in The Shining at the end.
He's
of the
giving
photo.
like Hunter Biden energy too.
I love they talked for a while, apparently.
They talked Sleepy Joe's ear off.
Yeah, she goes, that was a great high of my life, talking to Vice President Biden at length. What are they talking about?
I don't know. I think she probably hit on him. So I think Michaele, the Black Widow, goes.
She makes men feel.
She makes men feel alive. And then she hits on them and she's just laying groundwork for who the next victim will be. So like if Neil Schoen doesn't work out, like she's like kind of trying to sink claws into Biden. That photo she took with him rubbing his chest.
I know.
Looking like they were old, like maybe lovers.
He's grinning from ear to ear.
Oh, he loves it.
I think she makes really like fragile, like kind of weak men feel like interesting and powerful.
Being like the vice president and kind of a hot vice president, not like Mike Pence, who's like, who the fuck would want to fuck him?
He can't be. Remember, he couldn't be alone with women.
Yeah, like not him, but like when you're Joe Biden, you're a vice president, you don't have to do shit except wear aviator glasses. He probably got so many women. Like you would just plow.
Yeah. Also, though,
that's the perfect position to plow.
The only time I've ever been like turned on by Mike Pence was when he was his ill-fated run in 2020 for president, when he went to that like tractor. Or no, it was
he had, like,
no,
the
it wasn't even
homoerotic.
2020. It was like 2 years ago. And he met this like down home on the country guy, and like they had explosive sexual chemistry to the point where
they were see him fuck.
It was see him fuck, and like they were talking through their teeth at each other because they were like
they were were engorged. Can we pull that up? Joe Biden, or not Joe Biden.
He goes, do you want me to drive you around on the tractor? And
Mike Pence on the tractor.
Mike Pence tractor.
Farmer.
Oof, it was sexy. Yeah, this is it.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was titillated by this video.
Turn it up, please.
Look at this.
Oh my. He's like fingering his asshole. He's tickling. Holy fuck. They are two ships.
My stomach actually just had like
I know,
butterflies.
their chemistry is like unbelievable.
When he grabs the thing and he goes, this is a lot bigger than my John Deere. I remember seeing that.
That is healing, but also that's like incredibly sad.
Oh, deeply sad. That guy was also had a gay voice. That lumberjack guy.
They're both very turned on.
And really deeply
in
like, pain.
Yeah.
Oof. Because I used to always be like, when people would be like, Mike Pence is gay, I'm like, don't even give him that much credibility. He's just a bigot, like he's just a piece of shit. Like I was always like, don't
gay or a bitch,
Yeah, or just like don't put him on our team. Like what the fuck? But now I'm like, okay, yeah.
He's a big old F.
He's gay and weak, as Valentina Gomez would say. So Stacie and Jason are.
Go back up a little bit in my notes.
We couldn't sleep for hours. Oh, yeah, they got a photo with
Katie Couric. Tareq goes, we couldn't sleep for hours after we got home. And I was like, yeah, because you're on the FBI's most wanted list after you fucking crashed that shit.
Yeah, they were buzzing.
They were. Front page of the Washington Post. Breaking news. Who are these people?
Who are these people? That was the name on everyone's lips was, who are these people?
I literally forgot and was having like memories of when this happened and how everyone was talking about it.
Yeah,
like it was a huge deal.
I was in college, but
I was fresh out of college.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like everyone. Tareq.
Mary is like
shit tanked.
Oh, she fucking clasped Obama's hand.
That blows me away.
That fucking is the cherry.
The way though that Michaele, like, Tareq is trying to just go through there and like not make any waves, and the way that she stops him and like makes sure to get a picture, I was like, this bitch has no scruples. Take that burp out. I can't. She is. I'm too fragile to have any burp.
Her scruples don't exist. They're uncut.
Start again.
She has zero shame, just like swanning through, dragging Tareq around, taking photos with every famous person.
And I think she likes that he's so stressed. It's part of the kink for her. Is
she's
to
punishing him.
It's a punishment.
This is mommy.
I've done similar punishments in my time, and I know exactly the move.
She's the warden.
She is the warden. She holds the keys.
He has severe mummy issues, and she's like, "Mummy's punishing you now, and you like it, little boy." And we're gonna go back to our sad, empty vineyard after this.
We're gonna go back to Sticksland
that you forced me to live in, so I'm gonna punish you now.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes. So. Jason and Stacie are crying, laughing. They're dying. I want to gossip with them so bad about this.
I know. This looked really fun. Like, pour a cup of Joe in the kitchen island and like open up the newspaper and read about these fraudsters.
Stacie goes, they posted on Facebook with these photos.
Michaele posted all of them on her own Facebook wall.
I'm screaming.
I wrote, Michaele fucked Joe Biden that night.
She did.
I would not put it past her.
Do you think Hunter watched?
Maybe. Was Hunter there? No, this was probably his crack era.
When is it his crack era? I think now is his crack era.
It's no crack era. We'll never know. Get that picture up of Hunter wrapped in the scarf, just walking around in his underwear. I need that. That heals me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we fucking go. There's one of him just like walking around. Oh, wait, it's the first one that's like not letting you see. Yeah, accept that. Oh, wait. There's one that was just like him walking.
I'll send it. I have it on my phone.
God.
But yeah.
That's a man.
He takes after daddy.
Okay, look, would you rather catch feels for this type of guy or have like a whirlwind romance?
Him.
And yeah, exactly.
Because at least you know he's fraud.
The score.
And if you get let down, you're like, well, it's on me.
You're like, I
dated a horse hung crackhead.
A hung crackhead with daddy issues.
Whose dad is the president.
Yeah, at least it was fun.
At least it was fun, and
we got a little high. The sex was incredible.
We got a little high. Got to spend time in Malibu for a raucous 72 hours. Didn't sleep a wink.
No, but it was at least like fun.
Yeah,
I feel weird about it in retrospect, but like it was a fun time.
Stretched out like a pair of leggings by crackhead
He fucked me in
daddy.
the ass. I fucked him in the ass,
and we are all good. I'd rather that than like an insidious like.
Than like a beautiful.
I'm saying no offense to you.
No, I'm none
much
taken.
Rather
like a beautiful romance that you're like, this is my future. My cards have fucking changed.
Yeah,
my life has changed.
You know who you need to talk to?
Who?
Cherub.
Yeah. I really need a therapist right about now. And mine unfortunately left the biz in June. I was like, this is horrible.
She retired
timing.
from Hollywood.
And she did retire. I'm like about to send like SOS bitch.
She switched from being a therapist to a singer-songwriter. SOS bitch. Where is she?
I don't know. I don't even think she's in California.
Wherever you are.
Maybe I'll reach out.
Yeah. Mary, Stacie, Lynda meet at Stacie's for wine and cheers to damage control for the White House.
Here's to damage control for the White House and to everyone involved.
I go, best wishes. These people, this is what you do in DC. You cheers to like
people's misfortune.
No, but you cheers to like the executive branch.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're fully in a place of like
cheers to the White House.
Yes, it's like the purge.
Cheers to John Adams.
Yeah. Stacey's so upset. Stacey's legit upset. They've tarnished the White House name.
Stacey's like gagged. Mary's like what? There's everyone's safety was compromised. Like she can't believe how much everyone's safety is compromised. And Lynda's in a place of throw them in the slammer.
Mary's in a place of like deep state, like status quo CIA. Like she's like their safety was compromised. The president was at risk that night.
She's like, who knows what could have happened to the president that night? I'm like, literally nothing.
Nothing. Stacey's like, God, they ruined the first state dinner for the Obama, like, because she really believes in the Obamas.
Yeah.
And Lynda's like, throw him in a chokey.
Lynda's like, why aren't they in jail currently serving a life sentence? I'm
a little like, Lynda, you gotta chill a little.
I like Lynda's commitment to prison in this moment.
Yeah. We could just go through and then like, if there's a video we think of, just because. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the video. I don't know what the best way is to work the videos in, but I feel like, yeah, we'll just keep going through.
So, yeah, Lynda goes, what I want to know is why aren't they in jail? She's like
lock them up.
Who are the spies? The Rosenberg, what are Ethel Rosenberg?
Oh yeah.
That
Lynda's
Roy Cohn helped kill.
Lynda's like Hillary for prison, except it's Salahis for prison.
Yeah, lock them up.
Lock them up. Lock them up.
Michaele and Tareq.
Mary goes, they will have to create a new identity in a new country after all of this.
Yeah.
I love that.
So Michaele and Tareq give an insane interview with Matt Lauer of all people. I'm like, God, this did not age well on all accounts.
They really dominated the entire news cycle. It was all about them.
Matt Lauer, he's like, he's basically like, the first thing I want to ask you guys is, who are you? And then Michaele goes, well, Matt, first and foremost, we were invited, not crashers.
Kat goes to Mary's house, and Kat is the real victim here because she has been officially uninvited from the Obama's holiday party because of what the media is calling Tareq and Michaele.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for her because she'll never get to hear President Obama say, Charles has been boring me to tears for 2 years with stories about you.
Well, yeah, they're about to file for divorce, so like she's definitely never stepping foot near the White House.
Do you think that Charles was then like, after the Salahis crashed the White House, Charles decided
100%. I think Kat's, if anyone's life was ruined, like actually socially and like just
hers was the most ruined.
Kat's was literally affected by the Salahis. I think. That's when I bet Obama or whoever his like handlers were like, Charles, you can't be associated with this show. Because this was also at a time where like, I'm sure that would have happened now anyway, but like.
In this day and age though, like someone doing this would not be a big deal.
No, but back then it was like.
It was truly like Larry King was talking about, everyone had something to say about it.
Yeah, Kat goes, haven't these been interesting times?
Do you think that she like lost her inbox full book deal and then had to self-publish because of?
Girl, I don't think what deal did she have to begin with? I'm sorry. I don't think anyone was clamoring. I'm not trying to like be mean.
You never know though.
Yeah, okay, maybe I didn't. I'll rue the day.
We'll have to like get her on the pod.
She goes, Miss Plastic Not Fantastic gate crashes the White House 2 weeks before I'm supposed to go. How many lives have been generally ruined by this?
Hers.
Yours, girl.
One life.
Mary is utterly devastated.
This a lot. He said to Matt Lauer, our lives have been destroyed by their own crashing.
Yeah.
Now there's a hearing, and Lynda has a hearing watch party.
This was what I wouldn't pay.
I know.
To be at that time day drinking wine with the girls and Paul at Lynda's Georgetown swanky ass apartment.
I know.
Watching C-SPAN.
I know.
I mean, it is priceless.
That's all I wanted.
Mary. She's Chablis.
Mary is everything that happens. So the Salahis go to this hearing.
Wait, can you scroll up a little, Stella? Sorry.
And then in the hearing, all the people are asking them questions, and every question they're pleading the fifth, essentially.
Michaele's also fixing her hair during it. Like, they're sitting down. It's full, like, tribunal, like...
questions.
You were being sentenced to death by the tribunal council. And they're sitting around watching. Yeah, they say, at the advice of my counsel, I...
respectfully decline to answer your question.
Every
single time. Even when people go, like, were you alive that night? Is your name Tareq?
Yeah.
Is your name Michaele? Are you here right now? Do you exist in this world?
Do you exist in the context? The Congress people are, I think it's is it Congress?
Don't
or
ask
whatever.
me. I don't know.
The politicians, oh yeah.
This was the Italian when I said, you told me that you were...
Wait, watch her face in this moment. Watch Michaele's face. She's like, I got White Watch. She goes, the politicians are actually laughing. Like, they're like, this is a mockery. This is a fucking...
It's incredibly disrespectful.
Michaele loves this.
Yeah.
Tareq is genuinely like...
He's shamed.
They're basically being treated like domestic terrorists.
They are. They're being investigated by the Secret Service.
They put more investigation into this.
Lynda's like, throw them in Guantanamo Bay.
She goes, at one point, she goes, go to jail, make some license plates. I was like, Lynda.
Lynda's commitment to sending the Salahis to jail, admirable.
Paul keeps going, I'm really worried about Michaele, which is sweet.
Paul is still in the camp of like, Michaele has been bamboozled by Tareq. Like, she's the good one, he's the bad one. And unfortunately, now we know it is the other way around. Everything everyone says in the hearing, like, people are like, you are disrespectful to the government. Like, but Mary goes, yep. Well,
she's a daughter of DC. You know, this is her town. Her family runs this town.
Lynda's like,
look at her. She's like this. Despicable.
Yep. Lynda's like, go back to work and be a makeup artist. You can make $1,000 a day. And Paul's like, it's not that easy. And then he gets kind of real, where he's like, I'm going to be honest with you. Lynda married well. So it's easy for her to say all these things and like, justice for Michaele.
But we still want her to say these things.
Oh no, I crave these things. Like, all I want is to be watching TV cuntily with people.
Well, Paul is more, he's like, she looks really thin. Like, Paul's making all like
he's trying to bring it back around to like bodily watch list.
Grave danger, like bodily grievous harm.
Scary skinny.
Yeah.
This was scary skinny era. Mary goes, I think Playboy is next about Michaele.
And then Lynda goes, we got to put some pads on her. And then Paul, he's like, guys, come on. And then he goes, yeah, we would have to pad her. I love that they were on C-SPAN.
I know. They were everywhere.
I'm everywhere. I'm so Salahi.
Lynda has Stacie, Kat, and Mary over. And Stacie reveals that she is inviting the Salahis over to like chat with them on camera and like ask them about their big scam. And Lynda says she absolutely will not come because she refuses to be in the same room as them. And I'm like, this is like, she's spent the entire season saying this, and like, she will not be in the same place as them. She fully committed.
There's also an incredible moment after the trial where the Salahis are with their attorney on the steps of whatever, the Capitol or whatever. And he's like, they were wrong. They will be vindicated. The truth will come out. Like, they were invited to the story. And you see Michaele, she's behind the attorney. And
she's moving further and further behind them.
She's like the Addams Family. She goes.
She's in frame of camera, and then she moves behind him to just be blocked.
No, but she like wants to be seen for a second, and she goes.
But then she goes behind him to hide. It's incredible work once again. Mary says she cannot be in the same room with them after what they did to Lolly.
They're dangerous people. Stacey's like, okay, they're not dangerous. They're just idiots.
No,
like,
also I love Stacey's commitment to like, don't you just want to know?
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'll fucking be there.
Oh,
like, let's do it.
I'd be like, Stacie, have me over. Mary's not going. Kat's like, I'll go with you. Because I have some things to say to them. I have a bone to pick with these charlatans, these grifters. But Mary's like, absolutely not. I am not leaving. I have a lot of work.
I just had a flash of
the Italian.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I astral projected to like a dark moment. Anyway,
Larry King talks about her.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
So we're at Stacey's house.
Wait, but I have a theory that they were the Salahis were a psyop
to distract from what?
Obama's signing that bill that like allowed surveillance.
Oh,
the Snowden thing. Or like his.
What if they were invited?
His love of drones.
What if they were invited?
Maybe.
And then like she really did lose the invitation.
Like all that surveillance stuff happened under Obama.
Yeah.
So he sold us.
Wait, I like this theory.
And the Salahis were like,
what if they were like someone did steal the invitation from them, and then they were like, it was like an elaborate setup.
Or they were like they knew about it, but they were so desperate to be famous that they were like, sure, we'll do it. And they were like, cool.
This will ruin you.
Just go along with it. You'll be like fine at the end. You might have to deal with some like questioning, but
you just say that thing. Just say the same thing over and over. Like you don't even have to answer the question.
Yeah, because when did Obama sign that bill?
Let's see.
Like
we're really putting shit together now.
I know.
This was 2009, I believe, that this.
But it was like in the
down.
works.
Well, groundwork was being laid.
The groundwork was being laid.
The groundwork was 100% being laid.
The Cybersecurity Act of 2015.
And this was 2009, so.
Or whatever.
I like your theory, though.
Yeah, let me just have it.
Mm-hmm. That totally happened.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
It is. So they finally, the fateful moment.
It was like a test.
Yeah, it was
like,
test.
can we do this like plant thing, and would that work as a distraction if we needed it
when we eventually sign this bill that will like,
or we don't even know what they did because they did such a good job of distracting us, like they did something that we'll never even know about.
And they were pawns.
Yeah,
they were government assets. So Stacie and Jason have Tareq and Michaele over, and Kat's there. And they have really good food out.
I know. They had a really good charcuterie spread.
So,
and
Kat is like dreading it.
They walk in and come into the living room where they're all supposed to sit and like have a conversation. And Kat's body language is like this.
I know.
Turned fully away from them. I was like, why are you there then?
Well, yeah, I was like, Kat, you're kind of talking a big game. Like, she's like, I'm going to confront them.
I know, but then she was scared.
I think she got really darked out and was just like, I can't even.
Her life is falling apart.
Yeah.
Her life is, she goes.
They go, Kat, is there anything you want to say? And she goes.
She stands up, chugs the rest of her glass of wine.
And then she just leaves. And then Michaele, after they sit down, Michaele.
No, she goes, you're fraudsters. You're full of shit.
Well, no. First, they sit down. They come in. They're thank you for having us. Happy New Year.
Michaele goes, I love your ceiling.
I love the ceilings. They're just like, everything's fine. They're not even addressing it. Everything's good. And then Kat gets up and moves into the other room. And then Michaele turns to Stacie and goes, "Where is she going?" Knowing full well why she's like
so
repelled.
Upset. And yeah, she comes back and she goes, you know something, you're all fraudsters, you're big liars, and I hope you're happy living your life with lies that you've spread. And Michaele goes, Kat, I'm no, Kat, I'm not going to take this abuse.
She goes, Kat, you're being abusive.
She goes, you will take it. You will take it.
You will take it. My inbox is full now, and you can't say anything else to me, and I'm done with you. I'm done. And then Michaele goes, no, I won't be accepting this. And then she goes, fine.
And she storms out, and then Jason follows her, and he goes, but please be sure to drive safe, Kat, because it is really icy out there. And I was like, you let her just chug wine and sent her on her way. This was 2009. Everyone drove drunk. Yeah.
She's driving on the wrong side of the road.
I know. She's fully Brit.
Where's she going? I love that. Where's she going?
It's gorgeous in here. I love your decor. The ceilings. Beautiful.
Kat reveals that she's 38. I was like, whoa.
She looks great.
Yeah, she looks really good.
So then Stacie and Jason try to speak to Tareq and Michaele about their crashing. And Tareq just looks like, well, they're like, wow, you've really lost weight, buddy. And he's like, yeah, I lost 10 pounds. I think because he's been so stressed about this whole thing. He's like on death's door. Michaele's like cool as a cucumber. And they start asking her and she goes, it's just such an awkward place because I really can't say anything. We really can't say anything.
Well, it also seems like Tareq wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think Tareq is like...
He's dying for a friend.
He needs friends, and Jason and Stacie are the closest things they had to like any kind of friends in the last like years of their lives.
Michaele systematically alienated him from everyone around him.
Well, Tareq was so moved by them that he flew to Paris to see their brother. Like Tareq was living
he loves them.
His Von Dutch life in Paris, being like, this is the greatest moment of my life. Jason is my best friend. And he wants to like he wants
to cry and like get hugged by Jason and like cry into his neck.
And Michaele goes, ooh, it's so awkward because
you know what?
We legally we are not allowed to talk about it. So I'm gonna go though. So we're gonna leave.
And they go, don't leave.
No,
we're not
even
asking. We're not really asking you about it. I like Stacie though. I was like, you're gaslight gatekeep girl boss because you are asking her. She goes, we're not even asking. We're just seeing. And
then Michaele goes, where's my coat? Where is it? And she skulks off into the other room. And then Tareq is like, guys, like,
help me. He goes,
I want to talk to you about it. And then she goes, you hear, Tareq. And he goes, ooh.
And Michaele makes him exit out of the like garage.
And then
why are they going out the back door?
Stacie and Jason are calling after them going, walking out through the back door, through the garage. They go, how crazy of them. They are absolutely delusional, these people.
They're deranged.
They're deranged. Like they're like for the neighbors to hear. It's just, they were waiting to like snap.
God.
And Michaele's like the whole time like this.
Oh, I don't think so. We can't talk about it. It's a really weird situation because we just can't really talk about it.
We can't really talk about it. And Tareq's like, Tareq kind of reminds me of my uncle, my mom's sister's husband.
Michaele reminds me of an Italian man that I fucked for and talked to for a month who lied to me.
You went, hey,
I said that's interesting because
that
when I asked you and we talked about your relationship multiple times, you said that it was an ex-wife and you were divorced.
He goes,
I just can't really talk about that right now.
He's like, no English,
because first of all,
what's happening?
I don't speak English.
I don't speak English.
So I don't even understand what it is you're saying exactly.
It's coming up against me like a
so
seawall.
it's a little bit different,
hitting it.
Being Italian and all. And second of all,
our cultures are so different.
We just really can't talk about that right
I don't really
now.
understand your idioms, your phrase, your turn of phrase.
It's a hard conversation.
It's a metaphor. It's an American thing.
So I really don't understand what you're saying exactly. But what I am sure.
Why did you lie to me about living with your wife who you're still married to? He goes, oh, that's a thing in America. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't speak English. I don't understand it. I'm so sorry. Do you hear me now? It's really hard for me to speak English.
Mm-hmm. I just really don't understand.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
But you told you, so you lied.
No, I don't really.
Actually, no. I think I really, this is uncomfortable. I think I can't speak on it.
You actually, in fact, lied.
Mm-hmm. No, I never said that. Though.
I never said that. ooh.
I love that.
He clasped your hands.
Ooh,
I never
he said, ooh, come on now. I never said
it's
that.
like a shake weight. I never said these things.
I said, you asked me if I
don't speak English.
Said, you asked me if I had a boyfriend. And I said, no. And he
I
goes,
don't speak English.
Oh, I never asked that. I said, but you did. I said, you did ask me that.
No.
Or did he expect me to be like, oh, you're right?
Yeah, he did. Because he's older.
This is crazy. This is how I never interact with straight men. And this is the reason why. Straight men will literally say that shit, be like, you asked me if I had a boyfriend. Like, why would you ask me that?
I didn't ask you.
I never asked you that. And then they expect you to be like, guy, you're right. I must have just like made that up just now.
It's like when Lindsay Lohan was like, Paris Hilton is a cunt. And then she rolled the window up and then they rolled it down again. And they go, why did you just call Paris the C word? And she goes, I never said that.
It's like
I love Paris. She's my friend. I never said that. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh.
What does he have? He got he got the AirPod after all. Oh.
No, he never got the AirPod. He didn't get it.
No, I don't think so. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why you're coming towards me. I don't speak English. I love him going, dog. I don't speak English.
No,
in fact, I don't. You understand what you're saying?
I go, so Italians, they just do, this is what they do. They just cheat on their wives and like, that's just what they do. This is like common in your country. He goes, I do not understand what you're saying right now. I was like.
Maybe he was at the Brotherhood of Italy fascist rally.
What if he saw me there and he was like, she's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then like followed me around and then later
planted himself with his friend.
Yeah. I'm truly.
Well, let's recap what they, at the end of this finale, they give a little like.
Oh yeah, where are they now?
So Michaele recently revealed that she has been suffering from MS for the past 17 years. I don't
know what to make of that.
I don't know what to make of that. She and her husband have not been criminally charged, although the investigation has not to date been formally closed.
Well, okay, but that goes along with what you're saying. They're not criminally charged.
No, they're like this. Look, they're like, your lives will be ruined by this for the rest of your life, but you're going to get attention.
Yeah.
And they're like, sounds great to me. Where do we sign? Do I sign on,
the dotted line?
Dotted line. I'll sign anywhere.
Handshake sign. Handshakes.
Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. And
is it just a verbal agreement?
He's like, can I get my vineyard up and going? Oh yeah, we'll take care of that.
Mm-hmm. After 3 years of marriage, Kat and Charles have decided to divorce. She plans to stay in D.C., Wait, can you blow that up? She plans to stay in D.C., stay opinionated, and titillate the masses with a new tell-all.
This is you, except you're in Italy.
This is me.
Lara has decided to stay in Italy. Lynda has finished renovations on her new home in McLean. Although Ibong has not moved in, he does not have a set of keys.
He does have a set of keys.
He does have a set of keys. Okay.
Great.
Stacie finally made contact with her father through the Nigerian embassy. Although they've only spoken by phone, they look forward to a family reunion.
That's great.
Yeah.
Closing the loop.
After 16 years of living in McLean, Mary and her clan have Mary and her clan have put the family home up on the market and are headed to D.C. The hell does that mean?
I think that means the divorce is coming.
Mind you, every one of these women broke up with their partner.
Every single one.
But I think person.
It's always a sign of divorce. I read that if a couple puts a house on the market, like that's usually a sign of divorce.
Really?
Yeah, because you're like freeing up funds to like.
Oh, my parents put their house on the market and they moved to Florida.
Well, I mean, not if they're putting it on the market to move somewhere else, then that's not a sign of divorce. I would say if they stay together, then it's not a sign of divorce. Okay.
No, it just made it seem like every time.
Not every time, but like
that couple. What?
This person FaceTimed with me yesterday and showed me a country house that he's building. A country house that he's like building by hand. Not for me to ever see.
No, for his wife.
For his whole family. For his wife and his kids.
He's like, maybe one day you come when my family's not looking.
I'm so darked out. Let's just shout out the cult.
I think was it Hillen at all?
What was Hillen?
To talk about it?
I don't know.
Mango's had enough.
These dogs have both. Tony's insurrecting. Oh, he loves a vape.
Lars. One time I was having a foursome and the guy's husband came in and who was in the foursome and then came in and went, "Everybody get the fuck out right now!" and freaked out at us for being there and yelled at us.
Oh, he discovered you in the middle of the foursome?
No, he was in it and then like it was like he forgot that he was in it and then came back and was like, "What are you doing with my husband?"
Whoa.
Threw us out.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Hillary with 2 L's. Just do
Pia and Jordan listening in the background.
Alex Delisle.
Makeup fresh.
Obviously.
Sophie from Cleveland.
Emily Vaughn.
See, I'll just do it. Gina Sapienza. Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
No, I'm doing it. Okay. I'm just doing it in a depressed way.
Okay.
Lucy from London.
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell.
Rachel Knight.
Gerd Queen of Brooklyn, FK, a little burpee.
Brittany Date Not Weiss.
Dilly McMillie.
Bridget.
Lady Swamp, which gives no fucks.
Jessica Hernandez.
Molotov Laws.
Mary.
Katie Sulin.
Mike Earhart.
Sharon Baum Realtor.
Timothy Scheel.
Rogue Stanley.
Matthew Thomas.
Owsley Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bay.
Mariah Kay.
Kathy West.
Kit Moore.
Hillary from Chicago.
Orlando. Patron of the Farts.
David from Switzerland.
Nick Sedaris.
Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Katie the Sup Lawyer.
RJ.
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
That's what I need. Jeffrey Branama.
Guys, thank you for being with us during this
trying
Your
day.
inbox is full for now, but soon it'll be open again.
No, I'm look forward to the day when my inbox is not full anymore.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
That was radical.